Good evening, class of 2018. Congratulations, you are graduating today. I'm excited. Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Terrence. I am the middle school math teacher for the ITA. I'm very excited about giving the opportunity just to speak a while to our wonderful eighth graders. I have known them just for a very short time, but I tell you, they are extraordinary young people. I'm right now. I am not able to be here at the graduation, but I really wanted to be there. But I am in Charleston, South Carolina, my hometown. I'm at a convocation for our church. But right now, I am in my actual home, what is a rural area of Hollywood, South Carolina. This is where I grew up. This is my yard. Huge yard. That's my home. And I have grown up here since childhood. This is where I grew up. And guess what? That large yard you see, I had to cut that. When I was in middle school, I had to cut the yard with a push lawnmower. Needless to say, I hated it with a passion. I hated it. It took me all day, I would say majority of the day Saturday. And then when I finally got to high school, my father decided to get a riding lawnmower. High school. So throughout the latter part of my elementary school years and my middle school, I had to push the lawnmower to cut all of this yard. And I hated my father for that. And I say that when I mean I hated him for doing that, I hated him for doing that. I didn't hate him, but I hated that task. But one of the things that it did make me realize is that there was a discipline to work. What he was instilling in me was that you have to work to get things done. Even though the project or something may be too large that you may see, or something that is just seems like impossible and it's going to take too much time, it is worth the time, because by the time I finished cutting this yard, and I had a lot of practice because I made it look good, because if he didn't look good, he would make me recut it or certain areas of it. But I got the understanding of work, and I understood discipline, I understood time. And you are about to enter into high school. High school is going to mean an increase of discipline, an increase of time dedicated to your academics. You're going to be able to experience more things that you didn't understand. There are going to be a lot of things that it's going to be very difficult because it's new information. But understanding new information and pushing your mind, pushing everything that you need to be successful is going to be very much worth it. The other thing that was instilled into me by pushing this lawnmower all those hours when I was young is that I didn't want to do physical labor when I grow up. I mean, I didn't want to do a lot of it. So I realized that in order for me to avoid that, I better sharpen my mind and become much more efficient about any kind of task that I put myself to. It's just not me. That's not what I wanted. But I realized that when you work your mind is the most valuable asset that you will ever have. People and the way that the way the generation is going, and the way technology is going, and the way the employment culture is going, the way the entrepreneurial spirit is, you have to be technological savvy, and people are willing to pay for your mind instead of pay for your body. So you can do all the physical labor. Or even if you want to start a business and your business is a lawn company, you still have to have a mind to understand exactly how to run the business. You still have to know the math. You still have to understand how to write proposals, which means that you have to understand English language, get a very firm grasp of the English language. You cannot write the way you text. So let's just forget about that, because when you want money or when you want to request money or things like that, you need to learn how to write. So those things, the things that sometimes the subjects that you don't like, are the things that you are going to need to be successful. So eighth graders, you're going to be going into a very new culture. ITA has been a very supportive culture, and you may depending on what school you're going to go to, the culture may not be as supportive, but there are going to be some supportive people to help that's going to be in your corner. Always ask questions. If you do not understand something, ask questions. Do not follow the crowd. Do not follow the crowd, because a lot of times the crowd will end up in a ditch and you will end up falling right into it. You're going to be exposed to a whole lot more challenges in high school. And I'm going to tell you, overcome them. Do not succumb to a lot of the temptations. Do not succumb to the things that is popular. You do the things that is going to be best for you to advance your future so that you are successful. Unfortunately, in Wisconsin, especially among African American males, Wisconsin has the highest level of incarceration of African American males. Men, young men who are going to high school, a lot of them do not finish high school. And when they don't finish high school and they don't end up with their diploma, they end up doing things that will cause them to be in the justice system in a very negative way. I have the blessing of being able to teach. Most of the classes here are heavily male dominated, and young men who are graduating right now, going to high school, do not follow the crowd. You stick to your principles, stick to your values of success. Young ladies, stick to your principles and values of success. Do not make decisions that is going to be very detrimental to your future. Guys, you just be mindful. You stay focused on the success of what really your God-given talents. Ladies, stay focused and true to the success of your God-given talents. You're not there in high school to be popular. You're there to learn. And God has blessed you with that. And I want to say this to the parents. The strongest asset that every student have is you. Parents, continue to be very, very supportive in your children's life. Grandparents, guardians, all the adults that are in these young people's lives, be very supportive, because a lot of times I've seen we have smart children, we have smart young people, but somehow the support at home fails, and next thing you know, they fall right into that and they don't become as successful as they need to be. So I'm just imploring parents, family members, always support your students and push them, hold them accountable to why they are in high school. I'm very excited to find out what their future is going to be. I know they're going to be successful, and I love that. And every last student have their own ability. Some are very strong in certain areas and others aren't, but I'm glad to be able to teach those who are really pushing to their 100% efficiency and maximum blessing that God has given them. So congratulations to this wonderful class. You better stay in touch, because I'm going to be around. I've taught you. You can't get rid of me now. You're stuck with me. All right. Blessings. Take care. Live from Charleston, South Carolina. And as you can tell, it's very hot. I love you all. Peace.